Hey everyone, how's it going? This is the Bold Metal Nerd coming at you with week 8 of my lovely fucking coronavirus unemployment saga. We'll go ahead and we will start off by talking about procedurals this week because that's what we do. Almost nothing on procedurals this week. Unsurprisingly, I haven't heard from unemployment. I called them again on Wednesday. They said something. They'll try to reach back out. Blah blah blah. You know, at this point, I'm just going to assume. I mean, I'm going to keep trying just because. Why not? I'm just going to assume the issue is not going to get resolved. Considering I'm weeks and weeks into this and have made no progress on this whatsoever, because I guess since I'm trying to get something done that's slightly just not standard, it's just impossible. So I'm just, at this point, I'm kind of writing it off. I mean, I will keep attempting it, but I'm definitely not counting on it to happen ever as far as proper taxation goes. So whatever. So there's that. We'll talk about what I've been doing. This week I've actually have been doing a lot of legwork, more legwork than I've ever done for a YouTube video that I'm preparing. Unfortunately, it's not related to music. It is related to tech. Lots of retro stuff. I'm still not even done with the prep work, although I'm close. I might do the video over this weekend. I'm not sure. We'll see. It's going to be relatively in-depth. It may not be all that impressive visually, but the amount of setup work that I'm doing is a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy it when I'm actually done with it. So my daughter's schooling, of course, is now officially over. My 9-year-old, which is great. So the only stuff I'm having her do now is basically work that I make up, of course, which there is no real deadline or pressure to do. So that's positive. I had some behavioral problems with her out of her, some big ones one day this week. That was super fun to deal with. Aside from that, the kids were generally fine, I guess. My older daughter, there's no estimated date for when she's going to return to the Job Corps program. Keeps getting pushed back. I spoke to one of the counselors there this week, and they said she may not go back until either the July/August timeframe. So there's that. Okay, so now let's get into the meat of this. Let's talk about the job hunt, right? Well, the job hunt. The job hunt. As per usual, there are some jobs to apply for. And of course, I'm applying for jobs as I always do. So there's that. Unfortunately, this week I've had no feedback whatsoever about any places that are interested in me. The one that I talked about last week that said that they would get back to me early this week, the bank, I've yet to hear from them one way or the other. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if I'm going to hear something or not. I'm not holding my breath, it's just slightly frustrating when you don't hear from a place in a certain time frame that they'll tell you that you're going to hear from them. I did reach out to them and asked what was going on. I got no response back yet. So I'm definitely not, I'm not making a judgment call on whether I think it's going to happen or not. But since I'm basically a week past when I thought I was going to hear from them, if I had to guess, I'm going to guess probably more on the negative than the positive. The other place that was interested in me, I still might have to wait another week before I hear anything from them anyway. So that's it. I've heard no other positive things from any other places. But I do have a good one for you guys. There's a job, because I'm recording this on Friday morning. I'll re-record this if anything changes today. But I applied for a job yesterday at 6 o'clock p.m., okay? And I got a rejection email from this place at 7:41 a.m. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but I'm going to read you the email because this shit's hilarious to me. Hello, nerd. Thank you for your interest in our IT manager opening. We've had a chance to review your resume and compare it against other people who have experienced an interest in this position as well. Unfortunately, we have decided to pursue other candidates whose experiences appear to match our requirements more closely at this time. Should something change on our side, we will not hesitate to contact you. Please do apply again in the future should you see a job posting for which you qualify. Thank you again for your interest in an employment opportunity with fuckheads, and we wish you the best in your current job search. Thanks! Again, they sent this at 7:41 a.m., and I applied at 6 p.m. last night. The fuck you really reviewed my resume, okay? I'm sure what happened was, the HR goon that is surely the gatekeeper at this place didn't like one of my answers or one of my non-answers on their application. In this place that I applied for, they were one of those fucking places when you upload your resume, and it has all of your information on it. In the application, they still ask for all your information again. Please tell us about your job history. And you have to and it takes a half hour to apply for for the job, because it's like, no, you can't just take the information from my resume. I have to type it all again into these stupid, or copy and paste from my resume into these stupid fields and make sure it lines up and all this bullshit. It was one of those fucking applications, right, from these stupid fucking assholes. So they disrespected my time last night by making it take a half hour to apply for this shitty job. And then they don't even have the decency to really look at me, because I'm going to read you guys the job description from this job. Basically, and I match up pretty darn well with this thing. Basically, this job says that you'd be responsible for leading and providing technical assistance and support to all employees for computer, hardware and software, troubleshooting and training, responsible for maintenance and design, perform administration for all workstations, servers, and the entire network. Gee, I've never handled that before. Only in every fucking job I've had. Handle all purchasing needs. Prepare proposals, request quotes, and negotiate purchase terms and conditions. Orders, prepare and issue purchase orders and agreements. Coordinate between the company and external vendors and contractors. Do the budget. Create and maintain budget for new buildings in construction. What? Okay, that I don't get. Buildings in construction, that's not really okay. That might be just some shit they threw in there. Responsible implementation, monitoring, and maintenance of IT systems. I mean, this is just shit that I've been doing my entire fucking career. Maintain and monitor system inventory, group policy and Active Directory, DNS. This is all extremely in my wheelhouse, right? I've done all of this shit literally forever. The only thing that's in here that I have not much experience with is it says something about, on one line, perform all Windows and Linux system administration duties. Okay, I have very little Linux sysadmin experience, but here's a good one. Education/experience. Associate's degree in computer science or equivalent experience. Minimum 3 years of experience with IT support functions related to a wide variety of computer hardware, servers, and software. Hello! 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 I have 15 years of experience in this crap. I have a lot more than 3. And I definitely have a wide variety of hardware, servers, and software. So, anyway, again, the only issue is I don't have great Linux skills. But they don't really know that, because they didn't reach out to me and ask me any questions, because my resume for that job listing, truthfully, is an excellent fit, right? Except for the Linux part. Other than that, I got the skills for this fucking job. And I guess what irritates me so much is the fact that I spent a significant chunk of time, like half hour, 45 minutes, whatever it was, applying for that shit job. And then before 8 a.m., even 8 a.m. the next day, they send me a shitty F you, good luck in your job search type of email. Hunting for a job is kind of a two-way street because, the organization knows if they're interested in you or not, but I'll tell you what, it does definitely expose you to some shitty organizations out there, right? And an organization that will reject somebody just out of hand like that is probably not the type of place that you're going to want to go anyway. So I'm not upset that I'm not going to this shithole place. It's more the fact that, this kind of treatment is relatively common in job searching. I mean, shit. Instead of just sending me an immediate FU, they could have just, ignored me, which is like what most places do when I apply and they're not interested. They just do nothing. Or at least give the illusion that they considered me. Wait 2 or 3 business days before they send me the FU letter. Not just apply, FU instantly. You know what? Fuck you. Truthfully. So, anyway, that's it. Unsurprisingly, I'm, not really making great progress. Again, I have no idea how long this shit's gonna last. I've got slightly more than 2 months, I guess, for the extended unemployment benefits before they run out. When those do run out in August, I'm going to revisit. I'm going to call my former employer again. I've been in contact with them somewhat regularly. But in August, I'm going to try to have a serious discussion with them to see exactly how likely it is that I'm going to end up going back there. If they think it's, really likely, then I won't hit desperation mode yet. But if they, give me some non-committal type of answer, then unfortunately I might hit desperation mode at that point and take something, quote, lesser than what I'd really want to do. Simply because I don't want to be out of work till the end of this year, or possibly longer. So, if it comes down to it, I'll take a lesser job that I don't really want to do all that much. So, we'll see what happens. I'm not there yet. I've got some time. But as of right now, things aren't looking great. And, of course, things are so in flux with the economy. We have no idea what's going to happen. Who the hell knows? So, anyway, that's it. I do have something in the works with another YouTuber where I'll be talking about music. I know I haven't been talking about music that much lately on this channel. It's just music has kind of taken a backseat, funnily enough, in my life right now. I'm just not feeling it, the videos right now nearly as much as usual. So, I hope you guys are at least enjoying the content. So, anyway, that's basically it. You guys know what to do. As always, live long and prosper. Keep on rocking. Sorry, guys. I left the part out of the main video. This, of course, relates to the job hunting stuff. This is just what I would consider kind of a funny anecdote that happened this week related to job hunting. This week, one of my former employers, a place that I actually left on at least what I think were good terms, they have been spamming the shit out of job search sites. And what I mean by that is apparently they have, I don't know, every Indian recruiting firm on the planet trying to recruit for a job for them, right? And I had one Indian recruiter call, text, and email me about this job. I've had a couple of Indian recruiters call me. I've had several email me all about this place where I used to work. Okay. So, what I did actually is I did speak to a few of my former coworkers from this organization who I consider friends of mine, and I'm not really what they're looking for, right? Um, Basically, they're looking for somebody who's higher level than I am, and what I mean by that is somebody who has several certifications that I just don't have, and they're also looking for someone who's pretty high level on the networking. And my strength has always been on the server infrastructure VMware side, not particularly the networking side. I do know some networking. I mean, every IT person who is worth anything at least knows some networking, kind of knows, how it works, how it fits together, how it interacts. But, I'm definitely not an expert on Cisco switches or infrastructure or whatever. So they are looking for somebody with a bit more specialized skill set than what I have. So I really wouldn't be a great fit to go back there anyway. I just find it funny that I've seen the job listing, hell, maybe 100 times over the past week. I've never seen a single job listing nearly as many times as I've seen this one because, like I said, I don't know how it works. I was kind of trying to pump them a little bit for information about how it's working with those Indian recruiters to try to figure out just why I'm seeing so much of that shit. I'm guessing probably honestly the only time that those it's got to be that those places don't charge money unless they place somebody. That's got to be what it is. Because there's no way that this organization is paying all of these companies to relentlessly pursue people like this. So I just find it funny and amusing, and I thought it was a good anecdote because I'm being spammed indirectly from one of my former employers. So yeah, and honestly, I would have pretty mixed feelings about going back there anyway. I really, really, really liked the people there. There were a lot of things I really liked about the job, but that is a job I left voluntarily. And the primary reason I left there was all of the bull crap related to on call when I worked there. That's the primary reason if it weren't for the on call stuff, I more than likely would never have left the organization at all. So I would definitely have some pretty mixed feelings about going back there anyway. So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to share that little anecdote because I personally find it funny. So see ya. Okay, guys, here's my update part of the video, at least the jobs that were, quote, interested in me before. I said I'd re-record if I got updates. Well, I actually got updates on both of the jobs that I talked about in a previous video that were, quote, interested in me. The software company that does something with the legal industry, they sent me the official rejection email today, which I'm not upset with them, by the way, because I believe they actually did give me a chance, for lack of a better term, right? They spoke to people, and I guess they just like someone else better. And the reason I say that is, they didn't, I actually spoke to the person there. We had a conversation, and it took a while for them to actually send me, quote, the rejection, right? So I do believe they actually did legitimately compare me to other people and felt the other person would be a better match. And honestly, truthfully, That doesn't upset me. If I lose out in actuality, whatever, that's life. That doesn't make me mad. So whatever. The bank that I got an email from, they actually reached out to me today, letting me know I'm moving on to the next part of the process, which is where I actually speak to the hiring manager and all that. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And of course, I'll update you. Ooh, all the updates. So anyway, that's it. See you guys.
That footage, guys, about the swimming pool that I was talking about last week. I figured today, which is what day of the week is today? Wednesday, and it's only about 50 degrees Fahrenheit out here. I figured it'd be a great time to show off a swimming pool because it's cold, cloudy, and obviously not a day for swimming. So I have the filter, the pool filter, obviously just plugged into my outdoor outlet here, and then I have there's some nice bird dew on the floor or ground. Then I have the a little rigged up situation to keep the cords or the plug drive for the filter running into that Tupperware bowl. And now we're gonna just take a walk over here to the pool itself, and this is it. It comes with as you can see, it's a little bit more involved than just a standard kiddie pool. And it even has a pool filter right there that is currently humming along. Don't know if you can hear it or not on camera. Let's get near it. You can definitely hear it making some noise, doing its thing. And yeah, you definitely put chlorine in this thing. It's not a gigantic pool by any means. So what we bought, the pool itself came with the filter. It was a set that came with the filter and the pool itself. I can't remember if the set came with the. So basically, for the pool and filter, it was $160. The tarp on the ground that it's sitting on was, I think, maybe another $30 or $40, and then we also bought this pool cover for the top, and that is essentially the setup. It is 3 feet tall, and I believe it has a 15-foot diameter for the pool itself. So, like I said, and the way you drain the pool, I guess, is that little plug right there. So, definitely bigger than a kiddie pool, but definitely not as deluxe as what a lot of people have. But it was cheap, so hence why we got it. Nice change of pace. So that's it. See you guys.